Hey, would you like to reduce your taxes? In this video, I am going to show you how you can legally reduce your taxes this tax season. So, hey, if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Alex. I'm a licensed insurance advisor and financial planner, and I help people just like you create more income, save more money, invest tax free so you can live the life that you truly want. So, if this sounds interesting to you, please like and subscribe to this video. So, hey guys, I want to share with you a little bit of how you can actually legally reduce your taxes. And I can say there is probably a 90% chance that you are overpaying on your taxes. How can I say this? There are approximately 180,000, 180, excuse me, 180 million tax paying households. Okay. But actually, less than 10% actually know and use what I'm about to show you right now. So let's go ahead and get started. And so, if for those of you that know me, by the way, nothing is wrong with my arm. It's actually allowing me to use this new little technology that I have here that I'm excited to share with you as well. So let's get right into it. So, did you know operating a home based business can be one of the easiest and simplest ways that you can actually reduce your taxes and put more money back into your pockets? Take more money out of Uncle Sam's pocket and put it back into your pockets. And we're talking about legally. Okay. So I want to just share with you a couple of things here. And that I believe is really going to be powerful and helpful to some of you. So, just very quickly, I'm showing my new technology here, and so hopefully everything is working out well. You can see me and hear me. And so here it says, "Hey, reduce your taxes." So I'm going to use the example. If you earn, let's say, 70, let's say that you earn, okay. Oh, I tell you, things always go a little haywire when you're trying to utilize something, but we're going to work it out. Okay, here we go. So let's say, for instance, that you earn 75K a year. All right. And we're going to assume that you are single and you have no kids. This income that you earn, you're working on your job wherever you work. And we're also going to assume that this is your sole source of income. All right. So um so right off the bat, the government is going to take roughly about 15 and a half or 15.6% of your money right off the rip, right off the gate. All right. And so in your case, we're going to use round numbers. That's roughly about $12,000. Okay. That's what they're going to take out of your check throughout the year. Okay. And so that's going to leave you roughly about $63,000, right, of income to work with. All right. So here we are. They're taking out $12,000 throughout the year. Um, and they're taking roughly about 15% out of your check for each and every pay period. Okay. So we're talking about that's an extra $1,000 that you do not have that they're taking out every single month. All right. So again, let's continue and let's assume, right, that again you have no kids. Okay. You are single. All right. And so for this year, come tax time, what they're gonna allow you to do come tax time, they're gonna say, okay, all right, Mr. Mix Miss Taxpayer, here's the deal. Okay. You earned when we want you to file your taxes, and we know that you earned 75,000. All right. And they said you are single, no kids. All right. So they said, we're going to give you the opportunity to adjust your taxable, adjustable gross income, the amount that we're going to tax you, or the amount of money that we're going to tax. We're going to allow you to adjust that amount. Okay. And so we're going to allow you what's called the standard deduction. And that's roughly about, it's actually about 13,000. It's $12,950 if you are single. All right. And so if you're married, that's roughly about $13,000 per person. If you are single, head of household, but you start to get the picture. But again, in this example, you're single and no kids. So they're going to say, hey, $13,000 is going to be your standard deduction. And so for tax purposes, right now, your taxable income is $62,000. And you say, well, wait, I actually have a home. Okay. And we're going to say that you have a home. And now, because you have a mortgage on that home, you get a chance to write off the interest that's associated with your mortgage. Okay. And so in this example, I just said, hey, let's say, for instance, that the amount of interest that you paid throughout the year was $10,000. Okay. And that's the amount of interest that you paid on your mortgage. All right. And really, aside from that, being single with no kids, you don't get a lot of other benefits from a tax perspective. But let's just throw in here and say, hey, let's say, for instance, you had a student loan and you get a chance to write off the interest for your student loan, and we'll say it's $1,000. Okay. All right. So altogether, your taxable income is roughly, want to act funky with me, but it's okay. We're going to keep working. All right. This is your taxable income. Okay. It's $51,000. All right. So I did the math already in this example. So you don't have to. All right. So no problem. So the math says that you are, once they apply the tax rates and all that other stuff, your your taxes would be, okay. Come on, work with me here. Technology always like to act funny in front of family, right? Okay. So we're gonna say that the amount of taxes that you're actually gonna wind up paying on this $51,000 is roughly about $11,000. Okay. That's how much taxes you owe. All right. But check it. Remember, they have been taking out taxes all throughout the year, right? So they took out $12,000, right? Throughout the year, 15%. All right. By them taking out that $12,000, and after you went through your tax, and you went through and you filed your taxes, you were able to get your standard interest deduction, you were able to write off some interest for your mortgage, you're able to write off some interest for your student loan. And because you're single and no kids, that's pretty much all that you had. Um, that meant that you actually, come tax time, that you actually owed $11,000 is what was calculated, but they've already taken $12,000 throughout the year, which means now you will get a $1,000 refund. Okay? $1,000 refund. Now, most of the time, people get all excited. Woo, man, look at that. I got $1,000 back in my refund, right? And we're just talking about federal. This is just federal, right? The state that you live in may not have a state income tax. It might. But all I'm doing now is I'm just looking at it from a federal standpoint. And by the way, guys, I am not a CPA or I'm not a tax advisor. So I encourage you, this is for educational and informational purposes only. Please consult your tax professional. All right. So with that, people get excited because, oh man, I get $1,000 back on my federal income taxes. Well, truth be told, you actually paid throughout the year, you actually paid $11,000 in taxes, right? Because you paid 12,000 throughout the year, they gave you a refund of $1,000, and people get all excited about that. And what I'm saying to you is, guys, if you are in this situation, if you have one job, if you are not operating a home-based business, you are missing a simple yet easy opportunity, simple and easy opportunity to reduce your taxes. And here's why. When you operate a home-based business, we're talking about when you use a portion of your home or apartment to operate a business out of this, and you use a designated area, a designated space as your business, as your office. And this space, you use it regularly and you use it exclusively for the purpose, for business purposes. When you do that, you actually are able to write off a portion of your rent because it relates to people who have an apartment or live in an apartment. So your rent or a portion of your rent or mortgage, you can write off. Utilities, you can write off. Home or renter's insurance, a portion of that you can write off. You can write off some of your HOA fees. You can write off a portion of your cable, internet, right? These are all things that you can write off because you operate a home-based business. And so many people are missing this opportunity, right? Because they don't understand and realize the potential. So they're missing the opportunity to do that. So again, if you are a W-2, meaning you have a job, they take out, you get a check every week, every 2 weeks, once a month. Okay. And they're withholding money out of your check, you are overpaying if you are not operating a home based business. Now, because you operate a home based business, like I said, you're able to write off some of your rent, a portion of your mortgage, utilities, renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, HOA fees, cable, internet. Okay. You're able to write off a portion of all of that. All right. What else are you able to write off? You're able to write off if you use your cell phone or you use a landline phone for business purposes, you're able to write off your telephone or cell phone. You're able to write off equipment that you use in your business. That equipment could be like my desk here, my files, my computer, the mic, this fancy dancy lighting and camera that I'm using, right? All of that, I get a chance to write that off because I am using that regularly inside my home based business. What else? I think I said computer. This computer that I'm writing on, I'm gonna write it off. Supplies. We're talking about marketing. Okay. You get a chance to write off marketing. What else? If you use your car in your business, guess what? You're able to write off your car. We're talking about mileage. We're talking about maintenance, right? These are all things that you get to write off because you are operating a home based business. If you buy a car that's over 6,000 pounds in weight, okay, you're able, and then you use that car in your business regularly, right? In your business, you can actually write off up to a certain portion. You can expense it on your taxes. And what I mean by expense, I'm saying you're able to write off a good chunk of it inside in 1 year, as opposed to spreading the cost of that vehicle. Instead of you having to spread it out over 5, 6, 7, 10 years, you can write off a good portion of it right up front, which again helps you to shield or reduce the amount of taxes that you would have to pay over here in from your job. See, what so many people miss is, if you over here you have to pay $11,000 in taxes, okay? But let's say because you operate a home-based business and you're able to write off a portion of your rent, mortgage, and all these other things, right? And you're able to write off all of your telephone if you use it exclusively for your business. You're able to write off your telephone, your equipment, your computer supplies, marketing, car maintenance. You're able to write off some of your meals, okay? You're able to write off some of your trips if you make them business trips. You're able to write off some of your education expenses, okay? These are all things that you're able to write off. Let's say, for instance, that you did have a child and your child is younger than 18. You're able to write off up to, you're able to pay your child up to $12,000 a year in terms of a salary. You get to write off that 12,000 up to, you get to write off whatever you decide to pay them in terms of a salary, but you have to give them a job inside the business. You get a chance to write off whatever portion that is up to $12,000. And the child does not have to file a tax return. So the child doesn't get taxed. And because it is your child and you employ them in your home based business, guess what? You don't have to pay taxes on that $12,000 either. Guys, let me tell you something. If you do not have a home based business, right, you are missing, you're missing a powerful opportunity. And this is something that you can start taking advantage of as quickly as this weekend, because to set up and to operate your home-based business is easy and it's simple. And I know some of you may be thinking, Alex, I don't know all the steps. I don't know how to go about doing it. I don't know what type of business I should be in. I just don't know all the steps associated with that. Guess what, guys? Guess what? I got you covered. Here's what I want to share with you. You can actually go to alexbjones.com/HB for home based. Okay. You can actually go to that website, and I have put together my home based business academy. Guys, let me tell you, this is all about helping you launch and unlock the power of your very own home based business. I'm going to actually show you why the government wants you to establish a home based business. What qualifies as a home based business? How do you actually go about setting up your home based business as quickly as this weekend? What type of structure you could potentially have? Okay, whether that's the sole proprietorship, S corp, C corp, LLC, a partnership. I walk you through each and every one of these steps. How do you get it registered? What do you do? Do you need permits? Do you need? I walk through all of these things. You start thinking about, well, what should I do? What type of business should I go in? Guess what? I walk you through and help you figure out what type of home based business you should choose. Guys, let me tell you, Home Based Business Academy, I wish that I had something like this that breaks it down, that makes it simple, step by step, that shows you how to start and launch your very own home based business so you can start writing off and generating more income. The first thing that we always do as a financial planner is I always talk and share with my clients, let's first figure out how can we reclaim and capture as much of the income that you already have that's already coming into your household. I want to show you how you can leverage certain tools, certain strategies to help you reclaim more of that money for yourself and for your family. And then next, I show you how you can actually go about um, creating more income for yourself. Of course, the more income you have, and the better you're able to save and manage your money, the more assets you have to invest for yourself and your family instead of having to go and pay taxes. All right. So I'm going to just stop right there. At the end of this, go to home based. I want you to go to alexbjones.com/HB as in boy, or HB as in home based. Okay. I want you to go to that website, check out Home Based Business Academy, launching and unlocking the power of your very own home based business. Guys, let me tell you, this is going to put thousands of dollars of, it's going to reduce your taxes by thousands of dollars starting this weekend, and I'm going to show you how you can start generating thousands of dollars as well with your very own home-based business. And if you are operating, if you have a 9 to 5, if you are a W-2 wage earner and you are not operating a home-based business, you are missing out. Let me also say, if you are self-employed and you work outside the home, maybe you're a chiropractor, maybe you are a hairstylist, maybe you are a mechanic, but you work outside the home. Guess what? You too can have a home-based business and should have a home-based business. That's going to help you leverage the opportunity so you can write off more of your expenses that you're already paying for anyway. Please, 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 please listen to me. If you, again, are not operating a home based business right now and you think it is too difficult, you don't understand all the ins and outs of it, get this program, guys. It's going to save you so much money. That's going to give you an opportunity to save and invest for yourself and for your family. And it's going to help you create an opportunity to generate more income that you might be able to even pass on to your children, that you might even be able to leave a legacy for them, because Lord knows you can't leave your job to your children. All right. So with that, go to alexbjones.com/HB as in boy, HB, grab the Home Based Business Academy, unlocking and launching the power of the home based or your very own home based business. It's going to bless you and bless your family tremendously. All right. So take care. God bless. We'll see you next time.